Happy Friday night, everybody. We are finally at the start of the weekend. Amen to that, right? Meanwhile, the Red Sox have been beating the pinstripes off the Yankees. I don't know what. I haven't watched it in, the last 20 minutes or so because I've been busy trying to get ready for this. But what I saw up to that point, daggone man, pinstripes were not playing well. So I'm just getting a couple of things finalized here, and then we're going to be ready to go. Hopefully it's going to be a little smoother than it was last night. I'll tell you this, though. That same crazy person who, well, not the same person, but last night we had the crazy person who created the account just yesterday and then basically used it to bid last night and immediately canceled it. Oh, yeah, we got us another zero feedback bidder tonight, guys, that just registered for their account today. Imagine that. And then they didn't pay. Imagine that. So we are going to have, I believe, 2 teams open. And it looks like it's going to be the Rockies in National Treasures Baseball and then the Redskins in Flawless Collegiate. The Rockies in NT originally sold at $30.99, and the Redskins in Flawless originally sold at $39.69. I will, of course, check, one final time before we get to that break to see if the person is paid. I highly doubt that they're going to. Let's just be real about it. So most likely we're going to have those teams open. And I am just finishing up here. Sorry, anytime we have unpaid stuff that comes up, it always seems like it makes the break start a little bit slow because I've been on there trying to send messages and get things paid up. Speaking of, there are still a few other teams not yet paid. So if you happen to be one of those people that are sitting there with one of those unpaid teams, can you please pay them so that we don't have to spend all night trying to resell teams like we did last night, because that's not very much fun. All right, so let's rock and roll, guys. We have got some information to go over before we get started tonight. So first up there, of course, you see a note about feedback. Well, that's just to let you know that it's like the one time in life that you never have to wait on me, which means as soon as you leave positive feedback from me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. So that, of course, is always a good thing when there's instant gratification. And the second message there is just to say thank you, because I do appreciate you bidding and breaking and hanging out with me. I appreciate those of you who suffered through that break last night. Man, that was so disjointed. That was not fun. That was, when you have to track down a bunch of money, that takes a lot of the fun out of it, doesn't it? So now we're taking a look at our upcoming breaks. This is the stuff that is already listed on eBay that is up and available for bidding right now. Tomorrow night, note that we are starting earlier than normal. We're going to start at 9:30 because we got a big break tomorrow night. We'll open an autographed baseball glove, a half case of autographed jerseys, a full-size football helmet, some more Flawless Collegiate, and a 16-box master case of Upper Deck Goodwin Champions. If you've never opened that, you're going to find lots of cool stuff as potentials in there. It's never guaranteed. But of course, they have exclusive athletes like Michael Jordan and LeBron James and Ben Simmons and Tiger Woods, Wayne Gretzky, so on and so forth. Those are the only place you're going to pull those autographs for those guys is out of an Upper Deck product. So keep that in mind. On Sunday, we'll open a case of Leaf Best Baseball. That came out today. I cannot wait. It is always an awesome product. It's buyback product, and it's always awesome. We'll also open a case of High Tech and an inner case of Illusions on Sunday. So that's just the 8-box inner on Sunday, right? On Monday, we're going to open a half case of autographed basketball jerseys for a little change of pace. Another case of our Archive Signature Series retired players, more Flawless Collegiate, more National Treasures Baseball, and another case of Impeccable Basketball. Tuesday night, we'll open an autographed baseball bat and a full case of Contenders Draft Picks Baseball. And on Wednesday, it'll be more Leaf Best Baseball, more Flawless Collegiate, and then Wednesday night, the 10th, we're going to open another 16-box master case of Illusions football. So that's another big, long break, but it's got 80 hits in it, and it'll be fun. It'll just be long, right? You have to, bring a snack for that one. So here's some shipping information. Right now I'm projecting that we will get our free shipping breaks out the door on or before Wednesday. That's the mini helmet and the Flawless Collegiate. The paid shipping breaks anticipating on or before Tuesday. That is National Treasures and Bowman Chrome. Please keep in mind there is no mail happening on Monday. It's a holiday. It's Columbus Day, which I had forgotten about. So nothing going out, nothing being picked up. You may see me printing labels over the weekend, but understand that they will not be picked up until Tuesday because we can't get them out the door sooner than that unless, I get it out before the post office tomorrow. Finally, if your team has not pulled in one of these breaks tonight, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year in any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. If you're in one of the free shipping breaks, usually what happens is this. I just hang on to it. Then the next time that you do have a package shipping out where you have hit something, I gather up any consolation cards you're due, I add them to that package, and they all shoot out the door at once. If you're in that free shipping break and you don't want to wait for that, and you would like to have your consolation card just in an envelope with a stamp, send me a message on eBay. I will happily take care of that for you. In the paid shipping breaks this evening, if you happen to get skunked in one of those, consolation cards would go out with the rest of the break since it's a paid shipping break. So that's all the boring stuff, right? I mean, it's not totally boring though, but it's necessary. So that's all the necessary information that we need to share. How about that? Now we are on to business. We're starting off with 4 boxes of 2018 autographed Leaf mini football helmets. It's a half case break. It's break number 5. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Friday night, the 10th of October. And of course, the format you're all very familiar with by now, which is team names on the left, winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. A new spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this one, don't worry. You'll see your name up there shortly when we get to your product. I am taking away autofocus and setting the focus manually. That is why your background went out of focus ever so slightly. This is the start of a new case. So what that means is that we're going to take all 8 boxes out. I will number each of them on the end and use random.org to determine which 4 we open now versus which 4 we open in the next break. Now, if you give me a second here, I'm going to catch up on chat real quickly and see what questions we've got in here. Alan, you're asking if anyone didn't pay. Hi, Jay Allen. Oh, there's Jay Allen and Alan J. Right above and below each other. Alan, we do probably have some unpaid stuff tonight. That zero feedback person, I expect, is not going to be paid, but we'll check it out again as soon as I finish the mini helmets. That is potentially the Redskins in Flawless and potentially the Rockies in National Treasures. Again, I'll just double check right after we finish this. Hi, Randy. DC Irish, you said I could set minimum feedback for bidders. I really have never been able to find that, so I don't think that you can. You can say that you won't take anybody that's a -1, right? So like somebody new that has a negative feedback, you can say no. But I don't believe that there is a way to block a zero feedback bidder. Because, believe me, if I thought there was a way, a lot of zero feedback bidders are good, though. Let me back up and say that. There's plenty of zero feedback bidders who are good bidders and good people. I just happen to be on a little bit of a tear because of what happened last night. So for those of you who might not have been involved last night in that break, there's a bidder who created a brand new account yesterday, and then they bid up some things in Flawless Collegiate, and then they didn't pay for their very expensive teams, the Giants, and actually they only ended up with 2 teams, but nonetheless, it was quite a sum of money. And not only did they not pay for it, as soon as they won the bid, they went in and canceled their eBay account, completely canceled it, closed it down. So then eBay sends a message saying, oh, it's a suspicious buyer because the buyer is not a registered user. Yeah, well, no kidding. That is kind of suspicious. And then they completely removed the listing. So when they completely removed the listing, I couldn't see like who the underbidder was. I couldn't see send second chance offers or any of that. So it kind of made things a hot mess. But I also think that somebody did that with intent, shall we say. I believe that was exactly someone's goal. So who knows? But tonight we'll see if that other person gets us paid or not. Meanwhile, here we go. This is just to tell us which boxes we're opening tonight. It comes up with 7, 4, 3, and 8. 7, 4, 3, and 8. So I got to remember that. 3, 4. I need to say it in the other order. 3, 4, 7, 8. Okay. So let me get myself sorted out here. And of course, you know the drill. I'm going to have to move the other ones out of the way so that we can easily open 3, 4, 7, and 8 here. So give me just a second to accomplish that. And it's time for some mini helmets. Darren, you said you need some mini helmet luck tonight. All right, well, who are we working our mojo for? Fill me in. Give me the 411. Who are we looking for? Hi, Andrew. Andrew says you can't block zero feedback bidders. I thought that was the case. Thank you for confirming that for me, Andrew. Randy, you said you want the Redskins and Flawless Collegiate. Perfect. We'll take care of that after this, assuming it is still unpaid, and I expect that it will be. Then we will get you squared away for that. Hi, Corey. Stang Lover is here as well. Stang Lover, the teams were the Rockies and National Treasures and potentially the Redskins and Flawless Collegiate, but Randy just spoke for the Redskins. First out, we have a Seahawk, and it is Walter Jones. We've got a Leaf Authenticated hologram sticker there on the back, and hiding way down there in the bottom is the Leaf Authenticated little credit card size COA inside there as well. Let's see here. Martin, you said, well, hang on a minute. I've missed a whole bunch of stuff out of here. I don't know what's going on. Andrew, oh, you're 702 Breakers. Oh, 702 Breakers. I bid with you sometimes, too. I like 702 Breakers. Hi, Andrew. And the Rutang clan is back, too. That's what they typed in. I'm back. This is Elvin Bethia. Bethia, is that right? You know I say 99% of the names wrong. It is Leaf Authenticated sticker, Leaf Authenticated COA inside there. And of course the Oilers. I bet everybody knows the drill with the Oilers by now. But if you don't, cards and items always stay with their franchise. So when a franchise relocates and renames itself, the stuff just follows along behind it. So the former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans. So that means that's going to the Titans. Jay Allen, you saw a 1959 Mickey Mantle come out of Best of Baseball today. Oh, I would like to have seen that. Did the guy just freak, whoever pulled it? Did they just freak out? Jim Harbaugh. And, yeah, okay, that's interesting. So, Jim Harbaugh, of course, he's a coach. Did he ever play anywhere? We're going to have to set him over there in the TBD area. I'll have to look him up. I always hate looking those up. Clayton, you got an autograph and a card to 25 from one of the free packs of cards I sent you. That's some of those consolation cards, guys. Sometimes when you have a bunch of them due, instead of sending individual cards, sometimes I send them as packs. It sounds like that's what happened with Clayton, and he pulled an autograph and a numbered card to 25. So good job, man. Carl Eller for the Vikings. That is Leaf Authenticated hologram sticker and a Leaf COA inside. We got to deal with this Jim Harbaugh helmet here from the collegiate helmet for Jim Harbaugh. So I got to look up and see where that goes. And Daryl, Bowman Chrome. It is, gosh, I'm going to say, Daryl, that you're probably, considering what I have left to open, about 35 to 40 minutes from Bowman Chrome, and that just is going to vary based on whether or not we pull a lot of redemptions out of National Treasures or not. So that would be my guess. The major red, I guess a buyer probably cannot have negative feedback anymore. I'm looking up this Jim Harbaugh, guys, by the way, while we're talking. But you used to be able to. So the settings were still there that you could block it to -1. So, I guess you could still potentially have it if you were a new person and you were only selling and not buying, and your person that bought from you left you a negative. I mean, I guess you could do that. Right? I'm looking to see, guys, if Jim Harbaugh played anywhere in the NFL or anything that would tell us where this needs to go. So bear with me. I want to say that he's only coached and not played, but I'm trying to just make sure if he did or if he didn't. Oh, he did play. Okay. So that means we are, I don't know why I didn't think that he had, but I didn't think he had. So let's go find out length of service where this goes. So basically, here's how that works. It will be, since this is a collegiate helmet, we're going to go to his length of service record here on NFL.com. It'll be whatever team he played for the most seasons. And I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see here. All right, we were maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years with the Bears. 4 with the Colts, some with the Ravens, Chargers, Panthers. So definitely it's Bears. That's where he played the longest. You guys were probably typing that in chat, but you know what? I couldn't see it because I was using the iPad to look it up. So Jim Harbaugh on a collegiate helmet is going to the Chicago Bears based on length of service in the NFL. So that is that. Then we have the Carl Eller that came out for the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings have been on a little bit of a tear lately. Then Elvin here came out for the Houston Oilers, which again is the current Tennessee Titans. So that goes to the Titans. And we started things off with Walter Jones and the Seahawks. So that's our half case of mini helmets. Let me get these set out of the way, and then we're going to roll on into Flawless Collegiate. And we may have a little bit of housekeeping to take care of there if that team is still unpaid. So let me check that. While I'm checking that, we'll give you something pretty to look at. It's not really pretty, but it is informational. So while I'm checking to see if we are paid, then I'll let you look at some shipping info there. So I'm just getting back to our payment page here and see if we're good or if we're not. Okay, so it does look like we are open. So Redskins, that is Randy. Those are all yours. And Redskins, do you want to, for that, Randy, you still have my email info, right? So if so, then can you just, you want to just shoot that over to me? Or do you still need me to invoice you for it? And Andrew, you were absolutely right. It most certainly was the Chicago Bears on Harbaugh. So you were spot on that. And then is anybody going to want the Rockies in National Treasures? They were last sold at $30.99. And of course, nobody, we didn't pay it. So there you go. It was, for the Redskins, it was $39 and some change. So let's just call it $39, Randy. And I'm gonna fix the spreadsheet right here in a moment. And I will reflect that to be you as a second chance offer. And then that's gonna leave me only with the Rockies in National Treasures Baseball, which will be coming up after we do Flawless here. So if anyone's gonna be interested in that, please let me know. Meanwhile, I'm canceling this order real quickly here, so that we get that out of the way. And we'll be good to go there. Let me fix this to say it is a second chance to Randy. And we will be in awesome shape. All right, let's get that in there. Thank you all for your patience. It's fortunately not as much of a hot mess as it was last night, but I always hate having to stop and do these things for unpaid people. But regrettably, you kind of have to, unless you just want to take the hit on it, which I don't these days, if I can help it. So we are in one box of 2018 Flawless Collegiate Football. It's a half case break. It's break number 3. It is the start of a new case. So just like we did with our mini helmets, I'm going to take both of them out. We'll number each box on the end. I will use random.org to tell us which one we're going to open tonight. And then the one that's left, of course, we'll open in the next break. But Flawless Collegiate was very good to us last night. Actually, it's been very good to us both nights that we've opened it. We've had some really nice hits come out. But it is, after all, Flawless, so we kind of better be having nice hits come out, am I right? The kind of money they charge for this. You almost want the cards to come out singing and dancing, don't you? All right, we're back over to random, same as we did before. I'm just simply going to type in 1 and 2, and you know what? We'll hit random, and it will decide for us and keep us all nice and on track here. Thank you, Randy, for picking up that team. I appreciate it. Ginger, you are asking me about NT Baseball, and it is going to be right after we do this Flawless, so it's not going to take very long, and we'll be there. Randomizing 3 times, guys. First 2 don't count. Third one tells the story, so ignore the first one and ignore the second one. Here's our third one, and it gives us box number 2. Winner, winner, chicken dinner is box number 2. Oh, Martin, are you wanting to pick up the Rockies in National Treasures? Is that what you are conveying to me there, Martin? I think maybe it is. If it is, then we'll get you all squared away, my friend. Jerry, you're putting the mojo out for the Panthers and the Rams in Flawless. Okay. Martin, I definitely then am writing you down right now for the Rockies. And do you, Martin, happen to have my email address handy whereby you can just shoot it over, or are you going to need me to invoice you? Now, I usually cut through this sticker. You guys know I do because I prefer to. But somebody last night told me, you need to just peel the stickers off. So to that end, I'm just going to peel the stickers off and keep someone happy. Oh, and you guys know what? And everything that happened last night, I forgot to wish somebody a happy birthday. So we have someone who bids with us. His name is Andy. And Andy's birthday was yesterday, and I and all the hullabaloo forgot to wish Andy a happy birthday. So tonight, I am saying happy belated birthday to Andy 1 day late and saying, whoops, I'm sorry that I didn't do it yesterday. I got all messed up. Best reviews and free bonuses. We are opening up Flawless right now. So you are right on time. Right on time. Andrew, you are correct about one thing. Non-paying bidders do always hold us up, don't they? Fortunately, we don't have a ton of them, but it's just they come in like a little group. It seems like you can go several, days and be fine, and then you get a little cluster of them and you're right back to where you started. So the way this works, guys, they're collegiate uniforms, so I'm sure everybody knows they go to a current team if they are on a current team. If, like in the case of, say, someone who was with a team and then they've been cut, if they haven't re-signed anywhere else, like Mr. Riley Ferguson, then they're going to go to that most recent team that they were associated with. Of course, current players go to their current teams. Retired players go to the team they played for the longest. So Jay Ajayi is the second out, that one numbered to 20. Behind that, we have a little Brian Bosworth to 25. Hey, hey, hey. I can be about some Brian Bosworth. Oh, look at that. You guys are giving me grief over forgetting Randy's birthday yesterday. Well, I didn't forget it. I didn't know about it until after the fact is kind of what happened. But I mean, I had a message, but I didn't see it when I should have. And anyway, it got all messed up. I can't remember where Sua Cravens goes. I'll have to look that up, guys. So we'll look that one up. Reggie Wayne is nice to 15. I see a nice patch coming. It's going to be for the Detroit Lions. Mr. Kerryon Johnson with a really nice chunk of a Sugar Bowl patch there. Numbered to 10 for Detroit. You need some Patriots and some Redskins mojo? Well, I have some Broncos mojo. Cortland Sutton to 20. And we pulled Cortland out last night, too, I think, didn't we? Here's some Patriots love for you. How about a piece of the Rose Bowl patch? Sony Michel to 15, who's been playing well. Corey, you're looking for some Josh Rosen, huh? We had that nice duel that was Josh Rosen and who? Who was it on there with him? Same person might have been Sam Darnold. Same person had both teams, so we didn't have to do anything with it. Look at that, Randy. You got some good mojo for out of the kindness of your heart picking up our unpaid team. You hit Mr. Darius Geis here for your Redskins, and you've got the little chip of diamond in there with it. Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson. Oh boy, kids. If we happen to have two different team owners on that, then guess what? That'll have to go to random. So, of course, we've got the Browns and the Ravens in play there with that sweet little hit. So we're going to set that right up here because that's going to go in a housekeeping area. And then we have Chris Spielman to 20. I'll have to link the service on Chris Spielman as well. And a little, diamond guarantee thing that they always put in there, which I guess basically just tells us they're not, blood diamonds or whatever, maybe. I never have read that thing, let's be honest. Who has? In all the years of doing, messing with Flawless, who has read that? I don't know. I haven't. Looking up Chris Spielman right now, I'm sure some of you probably know it, and you're probably typing it in. But you also know that I am a stickler for looking all this stuff up. And even though it's boring and no one likes to do it, when you have to sit and wait, at least this way we know that it is done and verified and ready to go. So Chris Spielman, I'm checking on NFL.com. And as soon as his stats page loads, I will find out, link the service where he goes. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years with the Lions, only a couple with the Bills and one with the Browns. So Chris Spielman is, in fact, headed off to the Lions. Then I've got to look up Mr. Cravens here because I just can't remember him for whatever reason. He's not ringing my chimes at the moment. So I'm going to look him up as well while we happen to be on NFL.com. And just make sure that I get him to the right place. Come on now. NFL.com is notoriously slow for me. I have a really hard time with it. Denver Broncos, it says. So, what is his status on there? I don't know. But anyway, so Denver Broncos with the Cravens. Of course, we just looked up the Chris Spielman. We've already done the Darius Geis and everybody else. But this fine-looking card. So let's go check out and see if we have the same team owner or different team owners for that. Let's find out what we need to do with it. So our Baltimore Ravens right here. It's Stang Lover 59. And I know what happens. He does not like when things go to random. So I know he's loaded me up in chat. I just haven't seen it yet. And then we have Fast 0425 for the Cleveland Browns. So, okay. You know what it means. Somebody's going to be happy at the end of this. And somebody will maybe be a little less so. But that's where we're headed. So as you know, I enter these things either left to right or top to bottom. This card, of course, oriented left to right. The Browns are on the left, the Ravens on the right. So it's going to be typed in as Browns and then Ravens. As the normal, I'm going to hit randomize 3 different times. The first 2 times are not going to count. It is only the third and final that counts. So ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There's 3 times, date and time stamp, and it goes to the Browns. The Cleveland Browns are taking home the Baker Mayfield Lamar Jackson to 10. So how about that? All right, so let's recap it. This one is headed to the Browns. I'm going to put that in something right now so that I can circle that and not have to go look it up later, which just means I'll be able to sort it faster, which means you'll get it faster, right? That's how that works. Okay. So headed to the Browns by way of Ravens, or headed to the Browns by way of random, not by way of Ravens. Redskins for the Darius Geis. There's our Chris Spielman again that we verified already. Mr. Cravens we verified already. Sony Michel with a nice patch, part of the Rose Bowl. Cortland Sutton to 20, a nice Kerryon Johnson with part of a Sugar Bowl patch for the Lions. Then we have Reggie Wayne. I guess I need to look up length of service. I always think that's Colts, but we'll look it up. Brian Bosworth, Jay Ajayi, and Riley Ferguson. And let's go make sure that I'm not incorrect about Reggie Wayne. I think he's a Colt, but occasionally I'm surprised with one of these. I really strongly associate a player with a certain team, and then I'll find out, whoops, he played like one more season with a different team or something. So let's go check it out. The boring part of the break. I know, I'm sorry. And it sure would help if NFL.com wasn't always so slow to load. But it is a patootie. It's a pain to deal with it. Come on, Reggie Wayne. Load up in there, friend. Come on, Reggie Wayne. I am just waiting for him to load, guys. As soon as he does, we'll be making sure that it's the Colts. I've got to replace this iPad. That's this one right here. So, yeah, he was only a Colt, so couldn't have gone too wrong there if I had just left it with Colts, but still, good to know. And then we finish up with the Brian Bosworth. While we're in here, we may as well just double check and make sure that he's going to the right place as well. Hopefully this will be the last of this that we've got to look up tonight, because I don't like doing it either, FYI. Let's go ahead and get you back to taking a look at next up. Your shipping information while I'm getting Brian Bosworth here to load. And as always, if I can get something out to you faster, I will. I know that is projected a little bit later than it would normally be. That is primarily because we've opened a lot of stuff this week, and secondarily because we have no post office on Monday because of the holiday. So it is a little bit later projecting than I would have preferred, and certainly if I can get it out to you faster than that, I will. You can start taking a look there at our National Treasures baseball. And of course, Brian Bosworth was a Seahawk. There is only the one team for him as well, but like I said, every once in a while I'll find one that I'm like, ooh, I don't remember them playing for that team. And we are, of course, the same as we have been, with team names on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. Once again, everything that we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay, Friday night, the 5th of October. So let's get some NT cracking open here. And you know what, Martin? I will, if it's okay with you, how about I just invoice you after the break, since so I don't have to stop again right at this moment. just because I feel like we've been dragging a little bit where I went to verify all of that, all of those historical players, because I didn't want to absolutely say it was XYZ team in case I was, you know, off my mark. So if that works for you, how about we do it like that, and I'll just invoice you after the break. We've got enough bidding history together that I trust you. I think we'll be fine if we do it that way. As long as you're fine with it, that's how we will roll. Except I guess I do need to add you in there second chance, don't I, Martin? I'll fix that on the spreadsheet as well here in a minute. Corey, you are taken off. You're not hanging out with us the rest of the night, Corey. Where you going, man? Are you going out to hunt something? Buckeye for Fun's like, man, I hope it's a better night than last night was. I know, Buckeye for Fun. It was dreadful last night. On top of the person who did the fun, let's create an account and immediately delete it after we win. On top of that, of course, then we had the unpaid teams in basketball that by the time we actually managed to get them invoiced and ready to go, then the person came in and paid it. What, you know, 2 hours after they should have or something like that. So all the way around, it was crazy last night, Buckeye for Fun. It has been better tonight. Oh, Andrew, you are welcome for the Brian Bosworth. I'm glad to see you tonight, man. I like hanging out with you. And you're always going to be spot on with what life is like on my side of the table. So, yeah. And you know, whenever I'm in breaks with you guys, because of the time difference, I always fall asleep before I get to watch yours. So I'm never in chat in the times that I've bought into your breaks, and I also get outbid in there a lot. You got some high rollers over there on your side of the fence, Andrew. I get outbid, but that's all right. I still get to try. So sometimes that's as much fun as anything else. Get that little bidding rush happening there. So. It's better when you win, though, for sure. All right, Martin, so that does work with you. Good deal. Latchman, we had just 2 open spots, and one of them was in the break we just finished, which Randy picked up. And then Martin has picked up the Colorado Rockies in here from our unpaid spot. I do have to update our spreadsheet to fix that spot for him. But, yeah. Yeah, Buckeye for Fun, it wasn't really so much a problem with eBay as it was that a bidder kind of, I think, did it on purpose. They created an entirely new account yesterday, used that account to buy those 2 breaks, and as soon as they bought the 2 breaks, they deleted their eBay account, which meant they were no longer a registered user. So when they became no longer a registered user, then, of course, eBay not only canceled the transaction, rightfully so, but they also completely pulled the listing, so I couldn't go in and do second chance offers or anything. So that's what happened yesterday. It was just crazy. Cam Gallagher to 99 is first out for the Kansas City Royals. Parker's here. Hi, Parker. Here is Tomas. 225, we find him in every case of National Treasures, and he always has a really good patch. Like, did they just take all of the Mets uniforms and give them all to Tomas? Because I never see patches that nice when we get to Ahmed, do you? I mean, they're all the nice patches somehow fall to Tomas, I think. But anyway. Numbered to 10, it is Jeff Bagwell for the Houston Astros. The Mick. The Mick comes out with a piece of the baseball bat, numbered to 20, New York Yankees. Gotta love the Mick. We have pulled this card in every single case we've opened, haven't we? It's Dontrell Willis. It's for the Marlins. It's numbered to 99, and I honestly feel like we've pulled all 99 of them, although mathematically I know that isn't possible. But it seems like it has been that many. It's Josh Bell coming out for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That is numbered to 10. Oh, hey, Latchman, your opulence, while I'm thinking about it, your card from the opulence break, I am going to ship out with, you've got something coming that's going to ship tomorrow. I packed it tonight, but I ran out of time to get the labels printed before the post office closed. I think it's Impeccable Basketball out of case break number 1, but whichever package you have going tomorrow, Latchman, you're going to have your opulence card from that hits draft in there too. Here's Tomas again to 99 with, what am I telling you? Another nice patch. They all go to him. If you've got, there you go, Braves. There you go. Nice to 99 with the Acuna and the patch. That just made somebody's night. I don't remember who had the Braves tonight, but whoever it is, that just made their night. And this could make it better, potentially. But it looks like we may end up going to random. It's a quad signatures booklet, and look who we've got on there. Albies, Gohara, Swanson, and Fried. And you know what? Those are all Atlanta Braves, so it's not going anywhere. I only saw the Aussie Albies at first, and I saw quad signatures. I thought we'd have to random it, but look, we don't. Braves, look at you go, man. Right behind the Acuna, you get the quad sigs to 25. Crazy good. Crazy good for the Braves. Yeah. So, that's the way to do it. Shohei Ohtani makes an appearance, numbered to 25, with 3 nice relics there for the Angels. Minnesota Twins are involved with Mitch Garver. Mitch is numbered to 99. Behind that, we have numbered to 99. Oh, some George Brett for the Kansas City Royals. George Brett's nice to have. I always liked him. Lloyd Wayner, Pittsburgh Pirates, numbered to 49. I wonder who has the Braves and National Treasures tonight. I bet they must not be live right now, though, because they'd be happy, I think, if they did. So here comes Andrew Benintendi again. He's numbered to 99. That's on a different card than we've been pulling for him. We have in the past cases been hitting the one with the little red, white, and blue flags and whatnot. But you've got a relic there and an autograph hit for the Red Sox with Benintendi. Why stop at 2 Nitos if you can have 3? Yep, that's the third one for the Mets to 99 with Tomas. St. Louis Cardinals. Harrison Bader, you have a piece of the bird there, my friend. That is the wing of the cardinal as your patch. Now, I will grant you I like the beak a little better, but the wing is still exceptionally cool. You guys know I kind of geek out when we get part of the animal, when the animal is part of the logo, and that's what we get as the patch. I kind of geek out a little bit. So that is a nice hit for the St. Louis Cardinals. Clint Frazier and the New York Yankees. That's to 49. The Major Rad says you can't just push a button to close your account. Well, I don't know. Here's what I can tell you is literally exactly what I just told you guys last night and earlier. It was a brand new account. It was created on October the 4th. They bid last night. They won 2 auctions. I invoiced the 2 auctions. As soon as the invoice went through, I got a message from eBay that said it was a suspicious buyer from an unregistered user, and they immediately canceled the listing, and I could not go back and access any part of the listing, and stripped out everything other than like the person's name and the date they created the account and the city they were in. So I don't really think that they closed it like that fast. The account had just been created that day, but I mean, I think they closed the account themselves, but who knows? This is Legends Materials. It is Mel Ott to 99. And is this the... I'm going to double check this, guys, but I think this is the New York Giants. And if it was the New York Giants, they are the current San Francisco Giants, in which case it would go to San Francisco, because again, cards always stay with their franchise. I am pretty sure that that is a New York Giant, but we will double check it. Numbered to 99, Jacob deGrom. You got it, the Mets, who are cleaning up tonight. Here's the Bumgarner, Madison Bum for San Francisco Giants. I see a 1 of 1 approaching in the offing here. And it's a 1 of 1 relic. Looks like a little patch, looks like from a cap. And it's Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle himself, 1 of 1 for the Cincinnati Reds. How about that, Cincinnati Reds? Hoyt Wilhelm comes out next. That's numbered to 99 for the Chicago White Sox. Zach Granite, Minnesota Twins, to 99. Cubbies, Victor Caratini to 99. Oh, here's one we don't pull a whole lot. That is Cal Quantrill, and that is numbered to 49. And of course, Cal is shown in his collegiate uniform, so he's another one we'll put over there in the verification pile. Numbered to 5, Jose Abreu. Nice little patch right there. And of course, your autograph for the White Sox. Our booklet out of that box is numbered to 99, and it is Rhys Hoskins for the Phillies. You got a couple of pinstripes to go along there with your hard-signed autograph for Rhys Hoskins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Then we have Mike Trout to 25 with a relic for the Angels. Behind that is Manny Machado to 99, Baltimore Orioles. Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, it is. Numbered to 5. I wish that was signed. But you still have a nice relic there for the Mariners. Numbered to 99, it's Ted Lyons, Chicago White Sox. We have a redemption. We're going to set it up there for a second. Alex Verdugo comes out for the Dodgers, numbered to 49. Minnesota Twins have themselves a nice patch with Felix Jorge to 49. Boston Red Sox are about to heat up with Rafael Devers. That is numbered to 99. I believe we might have a cut signature coming. Yeah, we do. How about Stan Musial to 25? How about that, St. Louis Cardinals? You've got a relic as well. So you've got a cut signature and relic Stan Musial booklet for the St. Louis Cardinals to 25. Very nice. Our housekeeping tasks are rolling down here towards the front. Let me do a quick check first on Mel Ott. And once again, I believe, guys, that Mel Ott is going to come up as originally as having been a New York Giant. And if that is the case, of course, the former New York Giants are the current San Francisco Giants. So that's where that would go. And it was, in fact, the New York Giants, so that means it does, in fact, go to the San Francisco Giants, the current franchise name and location of what was once the New York Giants. All right, let me just verify Mr. Cal Quantrill here, and then we will be looking at our redemption. I want to say he's a Brewer, but let's just make sure that that is correct. Oh, see, it is wrong. He is a Padre. Padre. So I would have called that one wrong. This is why we look them up every time. So Padres get the Cal Quantrill. He's in his collegiate uniform, Padres being his current team. Chance Sisco is a Baltimore Oriole. We will go to the checklist and verify him momentarily. Our card set is Rookie Triple Material Ink Hollow Gold. That would lead me to believe that that's probably going to be pretty low in number, I would think. But let's get ourselves over here and find out. How about that? That's the handy thing about the Panini website. They will tell us exactly what it's numbered to when we get it up here on the screen. Making our lives easy, Panini is. Well, in some ways they are. In other ways they don't, huh? Rookie Triple Material Ink. Looking for it. Got to do a lot of scrolling on this one. And we're getting there. Triple Material Ink Hollow Gold. There we go. He's going to be card number 4, Chance Sisco, and he's going to be numbered to 25. So, see, I thought that sounded like it was going to be pretty low, and in fact, it is very low. Let's get you back. Let's get me back to the right place. Uh-oh. All right, now I'm back on the right place. Major Rad Player, he was all over that. He had already looked up that it was going to be numbered to 25. How about that? Major Rad is on it tonight. So to recap, we have the Chance Sisco Redemption Orioles to 25. We have the Cal Quantrill in his collegiate uniform going to his current team of the Padres. We have our booklet here, Mel Ott. Of course, that was a New York Giants booklet, current San Francisco Giants. So that's heading to San Francisco. A Stan Musial booklet, cut signature to 25, St. Louis Cardinals. Got a cut relic and cut signature in that. A booklet for Rhys Hoskins and the Phillies, numbered to 99 with a couple of nice pinstripes. And I meant to put all of our booklets on top for the recap, and I must have put the Braves booklet back on the bottom. So, all right, well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll get to it when we get to it, and we'll keep on rolling here. Rafael Devers to 99 for the Red Sox. Minnesota Twins, Jorge to 49. Verdugo to 49 for the Dodgers. That's Ted Lyons to 99 for the White Sox. Ken Griffey Jr. to 5, Mariners. Manny Machado for the Orioles. Mike Trout for the Angels. This is a nice looking card too. Jose Abreu for the White Sox. That's also numbered to 5. The Bum for Giants. Frazier to 49 for the Yankees. Harrison Bader with that sweet patch, piece of the bird, numbered to 99 for the Cardinals. The Marlins, Dontrell Willis. The Mick, numbered to 20 for the New York Yankees. To 10, it's Jeff Bagwell and the Astros. One of what seems like 1,000, Tomas Nido for the Mets. That one is numbered to 25. There's Cam Gallagher for the Royals. It's numbered to 99. Then we have Zach Granite coming out for the Minnesota Twins to 99. Hoyt Wilhelm to 99 for the Chicago White Sox. Charlie Hustle. We have a little piece of a cap relic. It is a 1 of 1 for the Cincinnati Reds with Mr. Pete Rose. Another Tomas to 99 for the Mets. Mr. Benintendi to 99, Red Sox. Lloyd Wayner for the Pirates to 49. George Brett, Kansas City Royals to 99. Mitch Garver and the Twins to 99. Shohei to 25 with some nice patches there for the Angels. I'm just getting all this arranged over here. Sorry, guys. Give me one more second so I could make a safe little landing spot for our last pile that we're going to recap here. It's Victor Caratini to 99 for the Cubbies. Jacob deGrom to 99 for the Mets. The Braves hit this really nice quad signature booklet to 25. You've got Ozzie Albies, Luis Gohara, Dansby Swanson, and Max Fried. So the Braves with a nice quad booklet there. But that's not all the Braves got. No, it is not. Look what else you got. That is just sweet. To 99, it is Acuna coming out for the Atlanta Braves. And there's another Tomas for the Mets. That one's to 99. And then last but not least, Josh Bell and the Pittsburgh Pirates to 10. So that wraps this case of National Treasures Baseball, which is going to bring us over to our main event. Sort of our main event. I mean, not really, because everything tonight was really pretty main event-like, wasn't it? Except for maybe the mini helmets, which are more lead-in. I should say our longest break of the night is coming up next, and that's going to be our full case of Bowman Chrome. The main event for some people, but not for everybody. So, oh, you said that you got, Chad, we did not have any Tigers in there. And Rutang, you said the OT is going to be your booklet, huh? So you had San Francisco Giants in there. Okay, awesome. Buckeye for fun. You like the Stan Musial. Hopefully you had the Cardinals tonight. Martin, I'm sorry. We did not have any good mojo for your Rockies tonight. And I am sorry about that. Usually it'll work that way. And you know what? While I'm thinking about it, let me fix the spreadsheet for you real quick on that so that we can put that in there and show that correctly. And I said I was going to do that for you a second ago, and then I messed up and I didn't do it, did I, Martin? I got all sidetracked by the cards we were looking at, and I didn't get it fixed, but now I did. Let me save it, too. So this is the NT Baseball that we just opened, and the Colorado Rockies right there picked up on a second chance that I had previously failed to type in there. So now we got that squared away. So onward and upward to our 12-box case of 2018 Bowman Chrome Baseball. Of course, you saw up on the screen a moment ago anticipated shipping date information. And, you know, I hope I can get it to you faster than that, but let's just plan on Wednesday because, again, no mail service on Monday. And if I can get it out faster, of course, you know that I will. You are most likely going to see some labels print over the weekend. You know, could be from Saturday, anything from Saturday afternoon after the post office is closed all the way on through would be picked up on Tuesday because of there being, you know, no Sunday service ever and obviously no Monday service for the holiday. So that way, you know, if you see a label print and then, you know, you go check it and you think, hey, why hasn't there been any movement on my label? That's why. They will pick it up from me on Tuesday. So our Bowman Chrome, we have got 2 mini boxes per master box. Each of our mini boxes will have an autograph in it, which means each of our master boxes will have 2 autographs in it. So basically that's a long way of saying we're going to have 24 autographs in total come out. The longest part of this break, quite honestly, is getting everything out of all of this packaging because it's a lot of packaging. Just because we got to open master boxes and then mini boxes and then packs, and it just takes us a while. It's kind of the thing. Well, Martin, maybe we can get you some luck in Chrome. Who have you got in Chrome tonight, Martin? Let's try to work some magic for you in here. Ah, Buckeye for fun. You have the Steelers in an illusion break later tonight. Well, you saw they came out like crazy out of the first one we did. So I'm going to assume that they're probably in illusions pretty heavily. Of course, we're going to break an 8-box case of illusions on Sunday night, and then we're going to break another master case, the 16-box master case, again on Wednesday night. So we'll do the an 8-box inner Sunday night and a 16-box master on Wednesday night of illusions. For those of you who might be so inclined as to jump in. I definitely like illusions because I like the look of the cards and I like that they're all thicker, and I certainly like having 80 hits per master case. But I know a couple of people that broke it. They didn't like it that much. They're like, I don't know. I don't, you know, weren't impressed with the hits or the, I guess maybe the way the cards looked. But I always like the cards that are a little bit outside of the ordinary, just because it is nice to have a little change pace in there occasionally. Mike, you're looking for Jordan Alvarez, I'm assuming, right? Cardinals and the A's, Martin. That's who you got some mojo hustling for? Okay. The Major Rad Player, I don't have another direct break set up right now, but the next one I think that we're probably going to do will be Leaf Greatest Hits Basketball again. That's what I'm leaning towards. I do have some other stuff that we have as candidates to do as those direct breaks. I just haven't gotten another one organized yet. Daryl, this is, I think this is case number 4, but let me go check and see. No, this is case number 5. This is Bowman Chrome case number 5, right, guys? Yes, that's what I have on the spreadsheet, so I'm going to assume this is, that is correct, right? I didn't mess that up tonight, did I? So our first color out is for the Yankees. It's Chance Adams to 150. And of course, guys, we're going to find a variety of inserts and things in here as well as our autographs. Our autograph out of this mini box is Rogelio Armenteros, first Bowman out for the Astros. As we come across our inserts like this one, we'll talk about them the first time through, and then after that we'll just usually let them ride on unless they're numbered. So this is Sisto Sanchez for the Phillies. This is the Peaks of Potential insert, and we're going to find a lot of them. The whole insert series does refract, and most of them are not going to be numbered. Ditto for the Arizona Fall League cards like that one. They will all refract, and they are mostly not going to be numbered. Every once in a while, we'll find a numbered one. Excuse me. This is a Bowman Sterling continuity card for the Yankees, and that is Gleyber Torres. We will find one of those per master box on average. Those, of course, we find every year in Bowman Chrome. I guess that's why they call them the continuity cards, because that's one thing that pretty much stays in there. Stays along the way it should. Dominic Smith for the Mets. We have some green color coming out to 99. First 2 color, both New York. One Met, one Yankee. Speaking of, anybody want to fill me in on the score? Yankees Red Sox? Is it over? Still going? What's happening with it? Diamondbacks hit with Christian Robinson, first Bowman. Autograph out of our second mini box. Right away, we've got an Atomic Arizona Fall League for Sandy Alcantara. That is, of course, numbered to 150, and it is a St. Louis Cardinal. Another AZ Fall League. So again, when you see the Arizona Fall Leagues and Peaks of Potentials and that sort of thing going forward, I won't call them out unless they're numbered or unless somebody specifically, says that they want to know it. Jeter Downs. This is a purple shimmer. All of our purple shimmer will be numbered to 655. All right, that is Master Box number 1 in the books as we roll on down the road. James the Maker says it is Red Sox 5, Yankees 3. So score didn't really change very much, has it, since we've been working on our break here? They haven't really done much to move the needle one way or the other. But Chris Sale was looking good, I thought. At least he was the last that I saw of the game. The last bit of it that I could watch. He was still in good command. I'm going to assume that he probably... Well, I don't know. Maybe he didn't give up those runs, but... Because the last I saw, the Yankees hadn't scored, but I did have to turn it off a bit before the break started, so I could get the spreadsheet done and all that fun stuff. Oh, okay, the bullpen, all right. Well, yeah, I tell you, it's, well, I talked about this the other day. It kind of bugs me sometimes that the bullpen has become such a big part of the game. I kind of miss the old days when you had starting pitchers that routinely went, you know, occasionally even complete games, but routinely would go well up into, you know, 6th or 7th innings. I know that's been a long time ago, but I do miss that. To 499, it's Matt Chapman, a refractor for the Oakland A's. A redemption is going to come our way, and I just saved those. We look at those at the very end of the break, so we'll take a look at it and flip it over at the end of the night, along with any other redemptions that we find between now and then. That's to 655. It's a purple shimmer for the San Diego Padres. Telling you who I want to find in here is Florial. I'm like after him. I'm tracking. I want to hunt him down, and we have not had really much luck finding his autograph in here. Not yet, anyway. But we got to be closing in on that. I think there's something stuck to the back. Yeah, there is. For the Yankees, it is Gary Sanchez. Blue parallel to 150. Behind that, we have a gold parallel to 50. Nate Pearson. Blue Jays. New York Yankees. Trevor Stephen hits for our autograph out of that mini box. Of course, the other autograph is sitting there on the redemption, so we don't know who that one is quite yet. Our Bowman Sterling continuity, there is Mr. Florial, speaking of. But why wasn't that signed? Come on, Bowman. Show us some love. Cut us some slack. Let us have that. Martin, who did you not catch the autograph? Right there it is for the Yankees. Is that what you were asking me? Because you said who again. I'm thinking that's who you asked me about was the last autograph. If it was somebody else or a different card you were inquiring about, just let me know and I'll track it down for you. Oh, Judge just homered, Buckeye. Oh, it's 5-4. It's getting interesting now, isn't it? Top of the 9th. Oh, it's getting real interesting. How many outs? Oh, Martin, did you hit a purple shimmer Florial in another break? Well, that's cool, man. I'm telling you, he's been elusive in terms of coming out of here for me so far. I think we're due, that's for sure. No outs. Oh, you got a purple autograph Florial. Very nice. That's some money right there. Yeah, that's a very nice hit, Martin. He's been elusive for me so far in Bowman Chrome. So no outs, and it's 5-4. Top of the 9th. That's going to be interesting. Maybe we can keep Stanton from striking out, do you think? I feel like that would almost be unique at this point. To 250, it's the Tigers. It's Daz Cameron. Mike, this is our Bowman Chrome full case break number 5 that ended tonight on eBay. Brandon Marsh, Angels. Oh, Martin, you got it from a personal box you bought? Oh, that's even better. That's even better, man. That is pretty sweet. I was thinking about opening some myself that I have here, and I was right on the verge of doing it. And then I decided, maybe we'll open them as a half case break because they're loose boxes that I got from, you know, you guys all know by now that new distributor I've been trying to work into the rotation. Royce Lewis, Bowman Sterling continuity for the Twins. And I guess I'll probably just do it as a half case break because it is a half case quantity of loose boxes. But I was right on the edge of just opening them all myself. I'm trying to control my urges, but I don't know. I do want to get in there awfully badly. And see, then hearing you say that you hit that out of yours makes me even more want to, like, open them all up myself. I know. It's crazy. But you guys know the prospecting is my favorite part, so it's really hard for me to not want to sit down and open like 10 cases or something. Can't afford to do that, though. For myself, I mean. Aaron Nola and the Phillies, that's numbered to 250. Purple parallel. Numbered to 499, we have an Austin Riley refractor for the Braves. Buckeye for fun. I'd like to see a Vlad Guerrero come out of here too. Baby Vlad Jr. Nicky Lopez to 99. Kansas City Royals green parallel. You know, the Royals have got a good group in single A right now. They've been here playing in Lexington as the, you know, with the Lexington Legends. And they're a good little group down in single A. So Kansas City Royals, I kind of like what I'm seeing come up through their farm system at the moment. See, Stanton struck out. I told you he would. Daggone him. That's like all he does anymore is just strike out. And I felt that. I knew he was going to strike out. Now we've got 2 outs. Daggone it. That is the Diamondbacks. Purple shimmer to 655. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Red Sox too, so honestly, I don't really care if the Red Sox win. I don't know. I wanted the Yankees to win tonight. The next time they play, I might be in the mood that I want the Red Sox to win. You kind of never know. And for most people, that's, kiss of death. Most people, if you like the Red Sox, you hate the Yankees. You like the Yankees, you hate the Red Sox. Hey, I'm a Reds fan, so I don't really have any rivalries with anybody. Because I just expect us to lose every game. Because we usually do. And then I just enjoy watching the players on other teams. But really, who I want to win the whole thing is the Braves. Because I like watching Ozzie play and Acuna play. And I like watching the little baby Braves. So I kind of want them to just win. But in the meantime, I like watching Aaron Judge play and some of the Yankees. Of course, I like Devers and plenty of the Red Sox too. So, as I said, it'll go back and forth. One night I might want the Yankees, the next night I might want the Red Sox. Just depends on the mood. Clayton is going, yeah, you want some Vlad Jr.? Buckeye for fun said they're the 2 best teams that money can buy. Hey, listen, man. All the rosters in every sport are the best money can buy these days, all right? There's no more. It's all about these massive payrolls in every sport. You could say that of any team in any league, anywhere at this juncture. Oh, the Red Sox won, apparently. That's what Jeremy says, that the Red Sox won. All right. Buckeye for fun. You like the Indians. I like the Indians, too. I like Francisco Lindor in particular. So, yeah, I wouldn't have any problem watching the Indians win either, really. Jose Ramirez. That is numbered to 50 for the Indians with a gold parallel. Frankly, I'm pretty flexible with pretty much all the teams. Most of them have players that I like to a certain degree. Well, there's Trevor again. We already pulled him once. Now we're going to have him come out again, but he's numbered to 499 there because it's a refractor to go along with your autograph. Because frankly, I don't think that my reds may ever be relevant again. We've been rebuilding for 5 years, and I think we get worse every single year somehow. I don't even really know how it happens. It's just like you just look up and all of a sudden you're an eyelash away from losing 100 games again. Gavin Sheets and the White Sox. That was Purple Shimmer to 655. Our best hit out of Bowman Chrome. Specifically out of Bowman Chrome, not out of Bowman, the earlier Bowman. Just out of Chrome. Gosh, I don't even know who our best hit is out of Chrome. This is only our 5th case of this, so we haven't opened a ton of it yet. But I don't really know. Have we hit Ohtani in here yet? I don't think we have. Lorenzo Cain, that's numbered to 499 for the Brewers. Refractor. I don't know. We haven't hit like who I want to hit yet out of here. So we haven't hit the Florial yet. I haven't hit a Bo Bichette yet. I haven't hit Baby Vlad. That's to 499 for the Indians. Shane Bieber. Well, you are right, James, about giving Homer Bailey all that money. But that's the stupid stuff they do all the time. Matt Hall and the Tigers. I mean, okay, take for instance the trade where we send Devin Mesoraco and we get back Matt Harvey. And the idea is that we make Matt Harvey a kind of a reclamation project and then trade him. Okay, good. He improved. He became a decent trade chip. He's going to be a free agent. We could have gotten some decent prospects in return, but do we trade him? No, we don't trade him because somebody in the front office decides they like him. That is Mike Trout, Bowman Sterling continuity for the Angels. So then we're either going to lose him in free agency because we can't afford him. And really, how much do you want to pay him at this point? Because like he was steady, but he's certainly not the Dark Knight of old, right? So you're either going to lose him in free agency or they're going to massively overpay him. And that's the kind of stupid stuff they do over there all the time. It makes me crazy. Just crazy, 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 crazy. James, you think it's going to be the Astros and the Dodgers in the World Series? And I'm okay with that, too. You guys know I like the Dodgers. And I like watching Alex Bregman and some of the Astros, too. So I don't ever really love it when teams repeat, though. Like, you know, I kind of am over it after the first year. Like I am with the Golden State Warriors and, you know, basketball. Okay, they've won too many in a row. I'm kind of over it, you know, that sort of thing. So if it's going to come down to that, I would want it to be the Dodgers if it came down to those two. Listen, Buckeye, for fun, I said this the other night. Marge Schott was like not what I would call an exemplary owner. I'm being generous there. But Marge Schott at least spent some money. Okay? And we at least had a product on the field that you didn't just like hide your head and walk away in shame every year. So, however you want to look at it, fine. But you know, just saying from there. At least Marge spent some money and we fielded a decent product while she had them. Part of the time. A good amount of the time. To $4.99, it's Dylan Cease for the White Sox as a refractor there. The Oakland A's. Heath Philmeyer? Is that what that says? Yeah, Philmeyer. First Bowman for the A's. Well, for sure, there is mismanagement there. Absolutely, for sure. And it is from the top down, and they do make very poor decisions in regard to who they decide to pay and who they don't pay, and not spending money in what seems like 100 years. I mean, look at any of the other ball clubs that tore down and started rebuilding around 2013. A lot of them are contending now. We still look like we're in a rebuild that started yesterday. Shohei Ohtani and the Angels, Bowman Sterling continuity. So it's like, you know, just make some progress, for goodness sakes. But we don't. We just kind of sit and spin and sit and spin, and that's all you're going to do. James, you don't think the Braves are even going to score a run in the series because they're getting beat up? Whew, all right. What's the score? What's happening there? What are you telling me? Aaron Judge and the Yankees. That is numbered to 250, purple parallel. Behind it, Jeter Downs for my Cincinnati Reds. Purple parallel, 250. How about some more purple? But this one has an autograph on it. It's for the Indians. It's Chang First Bowman. Well, you're right. We are terrible in the international drafting. We're terrible. And the few times we do try to get in there and do something, we make poor choices. And most of the time, it seems like we just don't even get in there and make any attempts. And we're terrible. We're just flat terrible with it. It is. Oh, it's 3-zip. They're already in the 6th inning. Dang. Okay. Well, my Dodgers are kind of plowing along, aren't they? Then. Albert Abreu. That is to 25, of course, for the Yankees. Our first orange of the night coming out to make a little appearance for us. Orange shimmer, to be exact, if I didn't say the shimmer part, and I don't think I did. I think I said it in my head, but I might not have said it out loud to you. I don't think the Braves are going to get shut out. I really, you know, I kind of thought like, all right, yesterday's a little bit of an anomaly, and they'll come back and they'll play better today, but you're telling me they've got nothing on the board again, and we're already in the 6th inning? Ooh, they are kind of stinking up the joint right now, aren't they? But it's a ways to go yet, so, I mean, maybe not a ways to go in this game, but they still have to play again tomorrow, at the very least. They can't have been that good all year to just spit it out right here at the end. Although, again, I do like my Dodgers. But, as I said, I think it'd be fun to watch the Braves play because I like their young guys. So, that's another one where I do not have a strong opinion, particularly. I'd be happy with either one. Which is what happens when you're the fan of a team that perpetually loses. You don't have a lot of rivalries. You just expect to lose, and then you watch other games because it's more fun than watching your own team play. And then I just like certain players. So that's kind of how it works. Well, yeah, if they put Walker Buehler in there, I mean, Walker has been tremendous all year long. And, of course, he was born here in Lexington, went to high school here and everything. Francisco Mejia to 150. That's a blue parallel. Indians to 499. It's Matt Manning for the Tigers with a refractor. I mean, of course, I wanted Walker to stay at home and play for UK. Of course, he went down to Tennessee and played his college ball with Vandy. But this is Nick Fanti, first Bowman for the Phillies. And, you know, a lot of people kind of questioned, I think, the Dodgers when they went with Walker because it was already known. There was somebody stuck to the back of that. It was already known that he was going to need Tommy John. And still, they thought, he's that good. It's worth it. Let's get him, you know, get his surgery and see how he comes back. And, man, he's come back like a beast, hasn't he? So they were proven right Franklin Perez, Detroit Tigers, to jump in and pull the trigger and just sit back and wait. Let him sit out and get healed after his Tommy John. But I do like Walker. He's been very good this year. Freddie Peralta to 499 refractor. The Twins with, oh boy, Badu, maybe not. It's first Bowman, and I do not know that player, so I don't think I've ever even heard that name pronounced. Unlike most of them, which I've heard, and I still managed to butcher that one I've never even heard pronounced. So, Michael Chavis, that is a green shimmer to 99, Boston Red Sox. All right, where are we in the grand scheme of things? Halfway point? Yes, indeed. 6 opened and 6 to go. You're right about that, James. Tommy John surgery. James is typing in there that Tommy John surgery is almost like a rite of passage. And, you know, they have done all these articles from various medical facilities, clinics, physicians, whatever, who do Tommy John, which is practically everybody these days who perform it, I mean. And they talk about how parents come in with their kids, young kids, wanting them to have Tommy John. And sometimes the physician doesn't even think that they need it. And it'll, you know, the parents want it because there's whether or not this is true, but the myth, if you will, surrounding it is that, oh, you come back even better than before, you know, you went out to have it. Come back stronger and better. So there's parents of these really young kids trying to get Tommy John done and things like that. And of course, I don't know. It's just, it's very prevalent these days, that's for sure. But you got these young guys throwing flames that you just would not have thrown years ago at that age. You just wouldn't have. I mean, look at Hunter Green. And, you know, and we see the result of that too. But, you know, these kids, young kids, throwing 100 and 100+ mile an hour ball. It's crazy. Chris Bryant to 150, blue refractor for the Cubs. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you're a top-rated pitching prospect, they pretty much, you can just sign up for it. If you haven't had it yet, you're going to. Michael Baez for the Padres. That's first Bowman. I mean, just look at Ohtani, for instance. I mean, of course, he already had the grade 1 UCL strain when they picked him up, but who wasn't going to pick him up? Let's be real. Wouldn't have mattered if it had been known at that moment that he had to have Tommy John. They still would have picked him up. Rogelio Armenteros to 50. That is a gold shimmer, first Bowman for the Astros. But the thing about it is, Shohei, I wasn't sure he was going to have it done. Because they were recommending that he do it, and he kind of said, I want to think about it. Like, I think he actually strongly considered not having it done, which is so not the norm here. But it's definitely something to think about if you've got kids who are pitching. I mean, I guess it's so routine, you don't expect there to have anything go wrong, but at the same time, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be what you would want to have your kid go through. Numbered to 250, that was purple Yu Darvish for the Cubs. Speaking of stinking up the place. Tampa Bay Rays, it's Jake Bowers. That's 90 to 99 in the green parallel. Jorge Guzman, Miami Marlins, first Bowman. The major red, you were asking if I decided on Topps Transcendence. I am leaning towards no, mainly because, you know, I just had such a hard time filling up what should have been a pretty easy break to fill recently with the Opulence and Transcendence. As you know, I mean, you're talking about putting 26 grand out there, basically, more than that by the time they add the credit card fee in there. And that's a chunk to have out there and not know for sure if I'm going to be able to move all the spots in it or how long it would take to move all the spots in it. So I'm leaning towards no. But I haven't 100% decided, but I'm leaning towards no. That is Victor Robles and the Nats. That was the Bowman Sterling continuity, of course, that just went by there. So, oh yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to pick up another ticket from somebody who's going to break that. I would imagine most of those people probably aren't attending and they're recouping part of their investment by selling the ticket. I would imagine that a lot of people are doing that. But if I dive into it, I would probably go to the event myself. But I don't know. I was really leaning towards yes until we did the Opulence. And then that really kind of put me on the train of thinking more towards no, because that was so hard to fill that break. And it should have been pretty easy to fill it. And you're talking a tiny fraction of the money for Opulence that we're talking about for Transcendence. So, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning against, but I don't know. Well, James, I don't disagree with you that I think Ohtani is an excellent hitter. They say he's going to be in the lineup hitting next year, even after the Tommy John. He'll be playing next year at some point in the season in the capacity of DH, which is nice. That we'll still get to see him somewhere along the way. But he wants to pitch, you know, he wants to do both. So until the other shoe drops or whatever, they're obviously not going to tell him no. Well, yeah, I mean, it would definitely have to be listed already, the Major Rad, for sure. If we were doing Transcendence, it would have to be, I mean, that's what I was talking about with you guys originally. The spots would have to be picked up and paid like up front, like as we were going along right now. To $499, that's Ozzie Albies and the Braves refractor. And I don't even have a firm release date yet. I think the last date I saw said December, and it didn't give an actual date. But it would for sure would have to be sold and ready to go ahead of time. Tyler Freeman, that is to 50 gold Indians. Because again, that's just way too much to take a chance on. And I don't want to spend, 2 weeks or something trying to fill it after the fact. Not that Opulence took 2 weeks, but it did take 10 days or so to do it. It was, This is Patrick Weigel to 655, Purple Shimmer, Atlanta Braves. It was, I don't know. It just was really stagnant. And I think probably you're saying you didn't see a lot of movement with it on eBay either. Sometimes it's just because their products are new and it takes people a season or so to get used to them. That is a refractor to $4.99, Riley Adams and the Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays. Connor Seabold for the Phillies is our autograph hit out of here. Connor didn't spend a lot of time on his signature, did he? Just gives us the C and the S. He looks like a football player signature now. Usually baseball players are pretty good with their signatures for whatever reason versus football players who usually are not at all. Ozzie Albies, Braves, our Bowman Sterling continuity out of this mini box. So yes, I don't really know what the deal was with Opulence, but I mean, if you look at it, it sells well. The resale value of the RPAs, some of those are really quite good. I mean, your top end rookies, a couple grand for the RPAs, but even the base cards, you know, you hit a Tatum base numbered to 79, which they're all 79 or lower. You're talking $200 or $300 you can sell just the base card for. Even some of the non-top line players, you can get a decent amount of money in the base. So yeah, I don't know. So the Major Rad, did you break 3 cases yourself personally, you mean? And then you sold what was in it? And you still ended up $2,500 in the hole after you sold what was in it? Or you mean you conducted a break and you broke 3 cases as the breaker and you lost $2,500? I'm not sure which you're saying to me there. Oh, we might have a relic in that one. It feels thick. That pack did. So we might have a relic. Martin, you said the cards are letting you down tonight. We've got to get your mojo on track, right? All right, Martin, I'm going to try really hard. Let's see if we can't conjure up something for you in here to get things rolling. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you meant, that you got the cases yourself and then sold the cards out of it. That's what I thought you meant, but I wasn't 100% sure, so that's why I was double checking. So you kept only 2 of them, and after you sold the rest of it, you came out $2,500 in the hole. Yeah, that is surprising. I am surprised out of 3 cases that it would have been that far off. I mean, that is a chunk for sure. And oh, hey, by the way, did you locate that Joe Namath card by chance? I sent you all the pics and everything of it. I don't know when, sometime recently. So I just didn't know if you ever had a chance to find it or not, or what the status is on that. For the Angels, it's Justin Upton to 499 with a refractor. Carlos Rincon, that is nice. If you have the Dodgers, for a first Bowman Carlos to 499, that is a refractor. Cool, cool, cool. Well, just keep me posted on that. But out of curiosity, how do you decide the Major Rad? How do you decide, like, since you're breaking them yourself and then you resell what you get, but I know you also buy into breaks. How do you decide which ones are targets to buy and open yourself versus which ones are better to buy in a break and then resell it out that way? Medina to 655, Yankees Purple Shimmer. I mean, not that I'm going to do that, because I'm not asking for that purpose if you're worried about that. I'm just curious. I don't like selling individual cards. I have plenty of cards that I probably should sell, but I don't like listing and selling individual cards. I think it's rather tedious. Jose Albertos, Cubbies, 499 refractor. So I would never, ever be the person that would do what you do, because I would open it and I would look at them all and I would think, oh, that's worth some money, and then I would never list it. It would just sit there for the rest of eternity. This is Mike Baumann, first Bowman for Mike Baumann and the Orioles. Oh, your wife's looking for it? Okay, well, cool, man. Please keep me posted on that. I still can't believe I messed that up, but I would definitely like to get it back if we can work it out. I would, of course, reimburse you and all that. Tomas, because he is just the man we have hit all night, isn't he? Like, how many times did we pull him out of National Treasures? But you have a relic for him tonight on an Arizona Fall League insert, numbered to, I forgot to show that part, numbered to 99 for the Mets for our little Fall League relic. There is Luis, is it Luis or Louis? Louis or Lewis? Anyway, Robert, Chicago White Sox, Bowman Sterling continuity. I say his name both ways, depending on, I guess depending on what mood I'm in. I don't know why sometimes I say it one way and sometimes I say it another. Oh, I bet he does go crazy when he pulls Mike Trout, so that, like, that's one of his favorite players. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. It's good, like, good bonding time, isn't it? I know. Tomas must have signed, like, everything under the sun in triplicate. There is so much of that guy. Just like there's so much Jamon Moore for the Packers in everything 2018 football, Tomas Nido is absolutely who you will pull almost without question. Like, you can just almost bank on practically any case you open, you're going to find him in there. He's just everywhere. It's insane. Yeah, I don't remember. What did I open in Chronicles? I don't know, maybe 5, 6 cases of it, something like that. But we had good luck in it. We had some nice stuff in it. I've had really good luck mostly with Bowman High Tech as well. Up until the last maybe case or two, we were hitting Acuna in about every case. We hit him double in some cases. We hit Shohei a lot in High Tech. It's such a limited checklist in there. Some people don't like it because it is a limited checklist. So some people avoid it because of that. But I kind of like it for that reason, because it dramatically increases your odds of pulling who you want to pull when the checklist is more limited. So I think we've had pretty good luck with that. And that's another one that I sat down and almost opened a case myself. That's Tyler O'Neill to 499 Cardinals. But again, I know how I am. I'll never sell the cards out of it. Unless I send them off and get them graded first. Then I would. Because then they're easier to list and deal with. And Tony Flores to 499. That is a first Bowman refractor for the Boston Red Sox. Yeah. James says he tells the coach, if you need me in the game, hey, I'm in the clubhouse signing autographs. I mean, that's about the truth, isn't it? This is the Mets. It is Guillorme, purple shimmer parallel that eventually I'll get in there. It could be that he just really, maybe he just really needed the money, right? Maybe he didn't have a good signing bonus or something, because all those guys, of course, get paid for every signature that they sit down and crank out. So, and some guys get paid a lot more for their signature than other guys do, but nonetheless, no matter what, the more you do, the more you get. So maybe he just needed some, maybe he needed some cash. I don't know. Haria for the Brewers is our Bowman Sterling continuity from this one. And the Indians hit with Shane Bieber. I think we hit a Shane Bieber earlier. We did, but I don't remember if it was numbered or if it was autographed. I think it was an autographed version. Michael Chavis to 99, green parallel Red Sox. 2 boxes left. 2 to go. But you know what I did get more of this week? Chronicles basketball. Somebody had it on a really good price. And I am still chasing. I have to think back now. What was it? Is it Gala? I think it was Gala. There's one of the inserts in there, the rookie card inserts, that is stupidly hard to find. As in, I think there are only 5 per player or something like that. And there was a very limited checklist of them on top of that. And we opened, I don't know what, like a lot. Like 6, 7 cases of Chronicles, maybe more. And never did pull a single Gala insert. It was probably more than 6 or 7 cases. And that still just bugs me. I'm like, well, I want to pull that insert so much. So when they came and said, hey, we've got some Chronicles basketball left, and here's the price, I said, yeah, okay, I'm a sucker. Send it on. So, yeah, we'll be opening some more of that, but I don't have any more Chronicles baseball on the way. Because we've still got a lot of Bowman Chrome, and of course, I've got Contenders draft picks, which came in. I've still got Heritage High Number that we haven't cracked yet. I've got Heritage Minor League that we haven't cracked yet. I mean, we have been in Heritage High Number, but I'm saying there's more left that we haven't even, I don't even have up and listed at the moment. Purple Parallel for the Atlanta Braves, Luis Gohara. So I've just got a lot of baseball here right now. Gregory Soto, Detroit Tigers. First Bowman, Purple Parallel to 250. Yeah, you got that right, James. James says if someone told him he could make money just signing his name, he would never leave his house. He would just sit there and sign his name. I agree with you on that. Dalton Varsho, First Bowman, Diamondbacks, Purple Shimmer to 655. And some of these guys, like for instance Tom Brady, he doesn't like to sign very often, and so sometimes he'll go a couple of years in between when he signs, and he's got all the money in the world, so I guess that's why, because he doesn't care, I guess, if he makes any more money or not, at least from that, because he knows he's going to get it for playing. But he makes somewhere like around $300 to $400 per signature. So, yeah, I mean, think about that. You sit there and, you know, sign 10 cards, you just made yourself $3,000 or $4,000. And for the Twins, it is Fernando Romero, Purple to 250. Behind that, I think I see a little orange shining here. It is Tanner Scott, Orioles, Arizona Fall League, numbered to 25. Then on the other hand, you know, you get the rookies. There's Flores, Red Sox, First Bowman. The rookies, some of them, at least in football, I don't know about in baseball, but in football, some of the rookies might only be making a couple of dollars per signature, you know, $2, $3 a signature, something like that. Your top-end rookies, like your Baker Mayfields and those kind of guys that get drafted high and are expected to be drafted high when they make their agreements, they might be getting $30, $40, $50 a signature, something like that. But even so, compare that to what the veterans get, and you see why we get so many more rookie signatures. Adam Hazley for the Phillies. Bowman Sterling continuity. Well, I say that, but then, like in basketball, we don't get as many. I mean, we do get rookies, but we get a lot of veteran players and retired players in basketball more so than in any of the other sports. Mike, we hit some Astros for you, didn't we? I thought we did. Maybe it was it just color and not autograph that we hit for your Astros? I really thought we hit an autograph. I guess we didn't then. I don't know. You would remember, but we'll recap it, of course. And don't forget, you've got a redemption there, too, that's still going to bail somebody's night out. No ink, you said? Okay, so it was just something numbered that I've got remembering. Martin is right. It is Last Box Mojo time. This is the time where we all collectively try to work the mojo to come up with the big hit. We've definitely got to get the big hit coming along. We're overdue, really. we're due to hit something smoking hot. Clayton says that is going to be the Vlad Guerrero Jr. redemption. He's feeling it. That one that we haven't flipped yet. He says that's it. That's what it's going to be. He's calling it right now. All right. Well, let's see what happens. You know he's in he's in Panini's Contenders draft picks. So is Casey Mize. I mean, all the latest, most recent 2018 draft picks. Not all of them, but a lot of them. There's another redemption. I'm going to slide it out of there right now. Are in Contenders draft. And Baby Vlad's in there too. And pretty much most of the ones you would expect to be. With a few surprises maybe. To $4.99, John Duplantier for the Diamondbacks. That's a refractor. I did get a case of that. I did not. I only got one case of it. I don't really know why I only got one case of it, to be honest with you, other than I looked at the fact that there was so much stuff coming out around it and remembered how much of a pain it is to sort, because it's all everybody in their collegiate uniforms, and it's current players and retired players and prospects. Mackenzie Gore for the Padres, Bowman Sterling continuity. So I did only order the one case. But anyway, it came out today, but of course we didn't break it tonight because I didn't get it listed in time. But we're going to break it next week on Tuesday night. And we're going to break the whole case at once. The Cubbies, that is Rizzo to 99. Green parallel. Tristan McKenzie to 150 for the Indians with the blue parallel. We should have one autograph left to find in here. And there it is. Oh, look at that. Imagine that. It's Tomas Nido for the Mets. Imagine that. But we do still have the two redemptions you see up there at the top of right there that we'll flip over momentarily. That'll give us a little bit of extra life for somebody, for a couple of teams anyway. I'm going to be happy after we flip those. For the Yankees, that is Albert Abreu with a purple shimmer to 655. All right, we are all in, all done there. Of course, we will recap everything after we flip our redemptions. So let me just get organized here for a second. And of course, you know how this is going to work. We're going to flip it over. We'll almost certainly know where it goes, but we'll also go to the Topps website and verify the team because that's just what I do. It's what I do every time. J.D. Davis, so somebody asked for an Astro. Uh-oh, there it is. Chrome rookie autograph, J.D. Davis. I think it was Mike that was asking for the Astro. Oh, it's Carter. Carter Kieboom. Is it Kieboom or Kieboom? Whichever it is. It is for the Nationals. Bowman Chrome prospect autograph. So an Astro and a National is who we should find when we roll ourselves over here to pull up our checklist and check it out. And it's next Friday, guys. We'll have Gold Label baseball as an FYI. So nothing new on Wednesday. Everything got shuffled around, and next Friday will be our new release day, I guess. Gold Label, and I think there's something else, but I don't remember what something else is. All right, so we don't want prospect. We want prospect autographs. So let's keep going. There we go. All right, so we're looking for J.D. Davis and Carter in here. So if you see one of them, yell. They should be in here somewhere just so we can verify our teams. There's J.D. Davis right there. Houston Astros as expected. Now we just have to find Carter. And I should have already seen Carter. Well, why haven't I seen him? Where did he go? No. Huh. I must have gone past him already and not realized it. Yeah, I guess I did. All right. Back up we go. Where are you, Carter? Why didn't I see? There he is. Duh. Went right past him. Nationals, as we expected, but now it is all official. Yeah, there's James going, hey, you just passed it. You just passed. I did, didn't I? I'm sorry. I didn't get very much sleep last night. I stayed up working after the break until almost 3 a.m. So I'm trying really hard to get a bunch of stuff out tomorrow, but it's a short post office day because it's Saturday. But then since there's no mail on Monday, I just was like staying up last night cranking out so much stuff. And I still don't feel like I made a dent in it. I mean, I did, but it doesn't feel like I did. So we'll get done as much as we can tomorrow, get out the door as much as we can, and the rest, of course, Tuesday and onward. So once again, to recap, anytime you see a refractor with no color on it, it is numbered to 499. You see the blue, it's to 150. You see orange, it's to 25. Purple without the shimmer is to 250. If we see purple with the shimmer like that, it's to 655. Gold is to 50. That cover all of our colors in here, I think, except we've got a little atomic in here, or cracked ice as Panini calls it. I think atomic is what Topps calls it, to 150 on that one. Green parallels are to 99. One more stack of color to look at here. We did pull some decent color tonight. Of course, that's orange to 25. Seems like some cases have decidedly more color than the other. That's maybe who I was thinking of earlier, although I thought we pulled his autograph too. Rogelio Armenteros, gold shimmer for the Astros. And I think, Mike, that's who I was thinking of earlier, and I still think we may have his autograph in here. And then, of course, there's the Arizona Fall League relic for the Mets with Tomas. It's numbered to 99. Our redemption for the Nationals with Carter, our JD redemption for the Astros. Then we have the Mets, Red Sox, Tiger, Indian, Red Sox, Oriole, Dodger, Philly, Indian to 50, Marlin, Padre, Twin, Philly, Indian to 250, or maybe to 150. No, 250. Sometimes the numbers vary on the autograph versions. I don't know why, but sometimes they do. The A's, the Tigers, the Yankees, the Royals to 99, the Angels, the Yankees, the Diamondbacks, and yeah, there he is. See, I thought we hit him. Rogelio Armenteros, first Bowman autograph for the Astros. James, you're funny. James types in, I yelled when, but you didn't hear me. Talking about when I was scrolling down the page. That's a good one. All right, guys, that is our break for tonight. I will put up spreadsheet info one more time so we can take a look at projected shipping dates. But more importantly, maybe not more importantly, but as importantly, we'll also look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So projecting out the door probably on Tuesday for National Treasures in Chrome, hopefully. And projecting out the door Wednesday on our free shipping breaks tonight, which are the mini helmets and the Flawless Collegiate. And as always, consolation cards. If you got skunked in a break, didn't pull anything. If you were in a free shipping break, I normally hold it until your next package is headed out the door. If you don't want to wait for that, you send me a message and let me know. We'll work out the details. And, of course, if you're on one of the paid shipping breaks, National Treasures or Bowman Chrome, and you got skunked in there, any consolation cards you are due will be sent out with the rest of the break, I'm saying. You don't have to wait for your next package because it's a paid shipping break. That's what I'm trying to get out of, but having a hard time, apparently. So what we are looking at right now, these are the upcoming breaks that we'll be busting into over the next 5 days here on here on YouTube, but they're ending on eBay. Tomorrow night, note that we are starting early at 9:30, and it's going to be a lot of autographed memorabilia, and then that giant 16-box master case of Goodwin Champions. So it's an autographed baseball glove, a half case of the jerseys, an autographed full-size football helmet, more Flawless Collegiate, and then that monster 16-box case of Goodwin Champions. So bring yourself a snack and something to drink if you're settling in for Saturday night. I think it's going to be a long one. On Sunday night, we'll bust into a case of Leaf Best of Baseball, some Bowman High Tech, and an 8-box case of Illusions. So a smaller bunch of it there on Sunday. On Monday, it will be a half case of basketball jerseys, another case of Archive Signature Series retired players, more Flawless Collegiate, more National Treasures baseball, and another case of Impeccable basketball. On Tuesday night, it will be a Hit Parade autograph baseball bat and our full case of Contenders Draft Picks baseball. That's the one that came out today. We're going to actually open it on Tuesday, and we're going to do the full case all at once. On Wednesday, another case of Leaf Best of Baseball, more Flawless Collegiate, and a 16-box master case of Illusions Football, which is a monster 80 hits in there. And that one takes a little while to get through, too. But we did it, of course, on release night. We did a 16-box case, so I know we can crank it out. That is it for me this evening. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate you spending part of your Friday here with me. I'll be back at it tomorrow night. I hope I will see some or all of you again. Stop by and say hey, and, always glad to have you. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night, a good weekend ahead, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. Bye now.